Reve has launched a few important improvements, such as the ability to edit individual images. However, something has kind of gone under the radar that I don't think a lot of people realize is now available on Reve. Welcome, my name is Rosh, the co-host of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI, and the new thing is video. Veo 3 is available on Reve. And it's right here. I'll show you that in a moment, but let's kind of go through some of the available tools, because we should create an image first and then bring it to life. So right here we have our prompt box, and we can prompt image directly, but there's another way to do it. This is to create a video. This is to attach images, to upload an image if you want to edit it, or if you want to use it in combination, like if you have an image that you wish to add another element to. So you can do that using the upload file. But here you have all of your different support features. One that I think is really cool that I'll show you in 2 seconds. And the first thing, though, of course, is look at all these Look at all of these aspect ratios that you can work with. You can have up to 8 images and references. I like this. So as I mentioned before, you can upload an image as a reference, but you can tell it, the AI, to take it literally or just as inspiration. And so you may get a completely different final creation. But sometimes you just want the style, but you don't necessarily want exactly the same. And you have a choice here. I like that a lot. And then the model fast or the default. Let's stick with the default. And here you can add any additional preferences that you might want, such as you could say, create in charcoal, for example, or a cartoon style, or whatever it may be. You can add those as something that will continue on as basically a rule that you want it to continue on. So if you're editing those images further, it will continue with that rule. Let's do our infamous model walking down the city street. Model walking down a space-age city street wearing a gold dress, blue gloves, and silver shoes. Of course. Double check what our aspect ratio. I think we want our 16:9. We want it to be, no, we're not going to add anything else. Okay, here we go. And here are our options. Oh, I like this. That's pretty neat. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. So this is more what we want. So let's say we want to add an element. So click on the attach and previously attached, or upload a file from your computer. Let's go with previously attached. And let's see, what do we have here? Let's add these sunglasses. And then we can type @1 model is wearing @2 sunglasses. And now the gloves are bright purple. So we have @1, the model, @2, the sunglasses, and now the gloves are bright purple. Update and edit our image, and then we'll bring her to life. Here we are. Here are the elements, and this is our model, which should be about the same in all the versions. So it looks like there's slight versions in terms of the color and some variations within the glasses. So we'll stick with that. This is pretty much exactly what we asked for. Sometimes with Reve, the first one is kind of out there. We didn't necessarily have anything really out there this time, but then it kind of hones down to the more conservative, exactly what you ask for. So now we're ready to create our video. So we'll describe our video. And so we want this model where it is. Model walks. The model walks towards the camera as a UFO with colorful lights lands behind her. Now we have one more decision to make. Actually, a couple. We can add references, obviously frames. We can have another image. If we wanted to put something next to her, we could do so. We can choose what kind of video we want. If it's text to video, we can choose Veo 3.1 or Veo 3.1 fast. But with a reference image, you just have Veo 3.1. We can choose our landscape portrait. Again, just the landscape because we have a landscape and it doesn't give us that choice unless it's a text to video. And here we can decide, do we want sound on or off? And we decide we want it off. So maybe we'll hear the sound of the UFO. So let's put that in there. We can hear the sound of the UFO in the background. And what other options do we have? Not available with reference images, and then resolution. So we can decide 720 or 1080p if we want more resolution. Let's stick with 720, and we have the default of 8 seconds. And send. Okay, it's ready, and click. Here we go. We're going to have sound. Okay, sound on, and play. Nice landing gear. Yeah, UFO. But you can hear her walk, and that sounds realistic. It's more a musical UFO landing, but hey, that's fine. Okay, so let's change something. Now, one thing we can do is we can start off with one of these frames if we wish. So let's say let's move back. Pause. Move back and save this frame. And so here we have this frame. We like it. Let's use the same prompt and make let's say the UFO lights are more multicolored. So let's just let the AI play with it. So the UFO flashes. Okay, so let me highlight this. Make sure this is a video. Okay, again, landscape, sound on. Duration, all that stuff is where we were before. But we're now going to change what the UFO does. Here we go. Here's our new one. Let's see how it goes. No, we didn't quite get... Oh, it comes back up. Nice. But the UFO isn't flashing the colors that I asked for. But it is a different... Let's see. Let's add something to this. Let's do that. Well, that's pretty cool when it comes up behind. Maybe I'll use that for the thumbnail. Let's see. Pause it. Right there. And download frame. You have the different elements here. If you wish to edit, there's the street. Ah, I see. So we can edit various points if we wish. And I've done that in a video before. We'll go back to the main purpose of this one, which is the video. So let's add something to our video. So I'll upload a file. Let's use this grouping here. Oh, let's use this little bee. We haven't used this bee in a while. So we can use this frame. So here's our frame. So attach a video, previous. Start here. So we have our little bee. We want to attach this video. So I clicked on video and we will go to previous right there. And we'll describe B and UFO. The bee buzzes next to the model and the UFO follows behind. Again, we're doing the video, landscape, sound on. Here we go. So yeah, look at that. So maybe that bee's a little big. You could say, maybe do it again and say push the bee back a little bit, make the bee smaller. Oh, but we get a little, yeah, nice. We get a little bee sound there. It's not, obviously, it's kind of a mechanical bee, isn't it? Awesome. Excellent. So as you can see, there's a lot that you can do with Reve just from working in the chat. Just like Nano Banana, just like, say, Runway, they're all kind of going to this approach. And as I've mentioned before, I wasn't a big fan of how Reve set up the new system, but as you can see now, having this big screen and having all the elements to the side, I'm getting used to it pretty quickly, and I can certainly see the logic behind why they did it this way. If you want to hear more about AI for the creative, check into the Creative AI Show, where we are on this YouTube channel every Monday sharing new insights about AI for the creative. And of course, we're on your favorite podcast location, where we are two creative guys talking AI.